Hi Aries, welcome to your January love messages. If you are new, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. I love you all. I am so grateful and appreciative that you are here for your messages, that you are visiting my channel. Yeah, tell your friends. If you are interested in any of my offerings and services, that information is below in the description box. Remember, energy is fluid, so whenever these messages find you are exactly when you are intended to receive them. We set our intentions for any messages regarding love. However, we know that Spirit is the CEO. I just answer the phone. I just write down the messages. So whatever messages that you need to receive will come forward. If you are here, you are intended to receive these messages. I love you, Aries. Okay, so this Page of Raphael energy, I feel like this has sort of been a commonality this month for the collective. This Page of Raphael is really like about being gentle, is really about a new emotional situation. This is doing something that you've never done before, learning how to channel your emotions in a different way. And what that means is you are you and you process your emotions the way that you process your emotions. Fine, but reflect, is there some sort of trauma or is there some sort of toxic maladaptive behavior pattern or way that your nervous system responds to trauma because of a traumatic experience that really just like isn't cool? That's really not serving your highest and best moving forward, or serving as a barrier for what it is that you desire. And that's really like, that's the message. Like, to really just access the feelings and what your truth is and what you know to be true about the way that your body responds to and engages with emotionally driven situations. Reflect on that. I'm seeing put a pen to paper. Journal, dream journal. Reflect. Answer that question in writing. Type it in the notes in your phone if that serves you better. What is creating a barrier for you in emotionally driven situations? What are the feelings, right? It's the feelings. It's the behavior patterns, right? Like, what are your patterns? What do you always do when things get weird emotionally? What do you always do when you are in a very emotionally intense situation? Some of you run. Some of you blow up, explode, actually. And yeah, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But if you are actually trying to manifest or align with, or some of you could presently be in a relationship with someone that, like what you've been praying for, somebody that is understanding, emotionally competent, right? Capable of giving and receiving love. And here you are fucking exploding like somebody set a match to your ass. It's not going to work. Figuring out what trauma needs to be healed, right? Why your body explodes in certain situations. Enough said. We're going to move forward. But that's really the whole message here. Like, that's it. This 8 of Ariel. Learning something new. Duh. We just discussed the message is coming forward for you with what you need to learn to do. Recondition the way that your nervous system responds to emotionally intense or emotionally charged situations. And it's not that you're unevolved, but there's just a fire inside of you that cannot be tamed. The ram is just between like the horns and the fire. It's just not a good situation. I love you guys. I am also a fire sign. I am very intense, but I am not as like aggressively intense, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's literally the only difference between Sagittarius and Aries, is that we are like more thinkers. Like we like go into like Narnia in our head. And it just ends up bad. Like that's the explosion for us. I mean, we explode, but not as aggressively as you do. Like the fire is like the way that your fire lights is like, it's explosive and it burns. And it just burns everything down with one match, like the end. Like think like, and this is just for analogy purposes. I'm not like Lisa Left Eye, like buy to your house, buy to your car. One match. That's it. This Eight of Michael. Again, not seeing things clearly, making a courageous choice. Archangel Michael is protecting you. You have protection. Like, you are so guarded. Like, let down your walls and be vulnerable, and then you will see the truth. Whatever the truth is. But right now, it's just the energy is like the fire is raging. And you can't see anything. Never mind, it's not about something being good or bad or right or wrong, quote unquote, so to speak. It's about you're just like the fire is there and the smoke is there and you can't see shit. Like you can't see 2 feet ahead of you. And like let the smoke clear, like let the dust settle and just sit. You will see things clearly. Six of Raphael. This is, again, nostalgia. This is your inner child. Like, what has to be healed from your inner child? Like, what are your inner wounds? I know this sounds very deep and it's like very like, which I'm not, like, I'm deep AF. But I'm not like super emotionally like romantic like that. You don't really get that with a Sag. We are extra, but cut and dry. But that's how these feelings are coming up for you, Aries, is like very emotional, like very like your inner child and healing and like relationships, like all of these things that like you want so bad. But it's like you just have to, again, like sit down and let the smoke clear and take all the gear off. Like get your oxygen tank off, let the smoke clear and look around and see what's happening. I don't know why. I was seeing that very vividly and clearly for you, Aries. This may have to do with someone from your past, somebody that you may have known for a while, or for some of you, somebody from the past is coming forward for you, and it's like, yeah, they're coming forward for you, and this is great, but like, do you know how to act? Like, are you ready? Like, are you ready to receive what they're giving you? Because they're giving you this like overflowing love and romance and all of this. but are you ready to receive it? And I feel like what's been happening is, I mean, I just got the chills because this is like death and rebirth, like goodbye to the old behavior patterns. Like you have to really like stomp that fire out, like extinguish it. Like the fire can be lit, no problem. Like that's you to your core. But it's like the aggressive explosions and like the fucking smoke is billowing and then it's just like it's raging. That's what has to settle. Like that's what has to chill. Because again, what are you connecting with, or what are you seeing, or what is your perspective in billowing smoke? Nothing. And you've been understanding this lately, and that is why these messages are for you. You have really been saying like, hey, like you've been noticing it. Like that's what this means. Like you're not in despair. No. What this means is that you've been noticing these patterns, or you've been noticing like, hey, like what's the disconnect here? And it's like you'll do anything to be free of this, free of these patterns, free of this toxicity, free of the hold that this has on you, because it's almost like you don't know another way. But remember, you do, because the old way is shedding. It's being released. Once this old way of doing things, right, this aggressive fire, like once you heal that trauma, you now have a blank slate. And you're free. You're not bound to that. Your body does not respond in that automatic way anymore once the trauma is released. This is literally when your dreams come true. And again, I like pen and paper, dream journal, no joke. This dream journal and your dreams are the gateway to your healing and to shifting these patterns to make you better equipped emotionally and be a better vibrational match for what it is that you truly desire. And this is a fucking blessing, Aries. Like this is it. Like after this, you're done. Like you are a whole new vibe. Like this is it. Like this is the last hard, intense transformation in this season of your life before you get what you've been dreaming of, the relationship that you've been dreaming of, to be exact. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you soon, Aries.